Her name was Sheila. She was 6½, a tiny little thing with matted hair and hostile eyes. Clad in denim overalls and a well-faded t-shirt, she looked like one of those kids in the Save the Children ads. Hi, my name's Tori. Tori Hayden was a special ed teacher in the 1970s. Although she worked with many children throughout her career, perhaps one of the most touching student relationships she had was with an abused little girl named Sheila. At first glance, the girl was wild, hate-filled, and violent. But down beneath the offensive shield she used to keep the world at a distance was a sweet little child, one who longed for love. Allow me to offer you a glimpse into her life with Tori Hayden's masterpiece, One Child. She arrived January 8th. Ed Summers, Director of Special Education, appeared in my room, holding onto her wrist.
There's going to be a new child in your class.
But I've got 8 kids already, Ed.
I know, Tori, but this is a special case. The kid's 6 years old. No one is willing to work with her. This is the only place she'll fit.
I mean, I'm the only one idiotic enough to take her. There were classes for the physically handicapped, the emotionally disturbed, classes for the learning disabled, and then there was my class. I had the 8 who were left over, the 8 who defied classification.
I left her folder in the office.
Ed! Kids, this is Sheila, and she's going to join our class.
I'm not glad she's with us. I liked us just the way we was.
It'll take some getting used to, I imagine, but we will. I deposited Sheila on a chair at the table and got out a math paper. This evoked her first response. Okay, now we do math. First problem. 2 plus 1. How much is that? Can you count, Sheila? Come on, I'll help. 1, 2, 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. Evidently you don't want to do math just yet. Okay, you may sit. Our morning routine went as usual. Sheila participated in nothing. Once ensconced upon that small wooden chair, she would not move. Even during recess, she sat. Come over here. You and I have something to get straight. There aren't a lot of rules in this room. There are just 2, really. One is that you can't hurt anybody in here. Not anybody else, not yourself. The second is that you always try to do your best job. That's the rule I don't think you have straight yet. You see, one of the things you have to do in here is talk. I know that's hard to do when you're not used to doing it. First time's always the hardest, and sometimes it kind of makes you cry. Well, that's okay to do in here. You have to talk. Sheila and I sat in icy silence while she digested this bit of information. Brooding, angry eyes never left my face. She was in surprisingly good control of her behavior, more so than most of the children coming into my classroom. Beneath those hate-filled eyes, I saw a perceptive and most likely intelligent little girl. After a few moments, I rose and went to collect the math papers.
You can't make me talk. I said you can't make me talk. And there'll be no way you can do that. You can't make me.
No, I can't. But you will. That's part of your job in here.
I don't like you.
You don't have to.
I hate you!
After the first tumultuous days, I stopped at the drugstore and bought a little package of hair clips. Sheila, come here. I got something for you. They're for you, sweetheart. I thought we could comb your hair out nice and put clips in it, like I've got in mine.
How come you do this?
Because I like you.
Why? Ain't nobody give me nothing before. Ain't nobody be nice to me on purpose.
Well, things are different in here, kiddo. to do something with me. I had borrowed a test from the school psychologist called the Peabody Picture Vocabulary Test, or the PPVT. It gave a general idea of a child's functioning verbal IQ without the child needing to talk. Now, I'm going to show you some pictures and say a word. Then I want you to point to the picture that best shows what that word means. Okay? Point to whip.
This will be easy.
As I said each word, Sheila would point to a picture. A child had to miss 6 out of 8 to stop the test, and she gave no indication of reaching that level. We were soon working with words like illumination and concentric. Sheila was missing words regularly, but never 6 out of 8.
I ain't getting them all right. First it'd be easy, but these will be terrible hard for me.
That's okay, sweetheart. No one's supposed to get them all right. How do you know all these words? Can you read, Sheila? There was no scale to measure Sheila's score on the PPVT. For her age group, the scale stopped at 99, which translates into an 170 IQ. Sheila had a score of 102. Statistics tell us that less than 1 in 10,000 has that high a level of functioning. Our part of the state comes alive in March with crocuses and daffodils. One morning I brought a huge bouquet with me into class.
What them things be?
They're daffodils. You've seen them before, haven't you?
Them be real flowers?
Sure they're real. Touch them.
Oh, I want to hug them.
Flowers don't especially like being hugged. But they do smell that good.
And they do be so pretty. They make me feel like hugging them.
Sheila, would you like a flower of your own?
Could it really be mine?
Yes, silly, for you. Your own flower.
Do you suppose I could?
Tame one.
It could be my very own special flower, and I could be responsible for it and everything.
Well, you'll have to remember flowers don't last long. But they tame easily. I think you could do it. Which one would you like?
My heart do be so big, and I reckon I'd be about the happiest kid for it. Why you do this? Why you care? I can never figure that out. Do I be a special girl?
Yeah, you're my special girl.
I love you. You do be my special best person in the whole world.
In the mail a year ago came a crumpled piece of paper, inscribed in blue marker.
To Tori, with much love. All the rest came. They tried to make me laugh. They played their games with me, some games for fun and some for keeps, and then they went away, leaving me in the ruins of games, not knowing which were for keeps and which were for fun, and leaving me alone with the echoes of laughter that was not mine. But then you came, with your funny way of being not quite human, and you made me cry. And you didn't seem to care if I did. You just said the games were over, and waited until all my tears turned to joy.
This book is about only one child. It was not written to evoke pity, nor was it intended to bring praise on one teacher. Instead, it is a song to the human soul, because this little girl is like all my children, like all of us. She is a survivor. Thank you. Thank you for telling me.